All right, y'all. We're bringing you an update here. It is the 29th of July. Yesterday was a major, major day for us. A lot of things fell into place all at once. We were able to procure and secure the financing for the RV, the truck we already had. The RV, it just because of inspections and all kinds of stuff that it took to get that done. And oh, by the way, oh my goodness, inspections. Let me tell you about that. I have a real estate background. And I once upon a time did home inspections. So when I ordered a nearly $900 inspection on the RV that we're purchasing, I expected to get a quality report because I've never even charged $900 for a home inspection, and this is an RV. So what I got back was not an appropriate inspection in my opinion. It was like, here's some pictures, here's an email with some of the stuff that we found, but no concise like letter. No, it was awful. It was awful, and try to share it with the lending company, and even they were like, no, we need something a little better than this. So you never know what you're going to get with an inspection. So I would say this as a tip for having your RV inspected, which is a great idea because now you know what's going on with it. When you get it, you know what you need to address, some maintenance issues, some care issues, maybe some things that are broken, damaged, or just need attention, so you can step into that and get it handled, or maybe even negotiate it with the current owner, whether it's a dealership or private individual. That being said, the inspection report, you would expect something professional. So my recommendation is ask the company for an example of what their reports would look like. Is it going to be professionally structured? Is it going to have the letterhead on it? Is it going to have the company name and who did the report and when they did the report, and just other good information that like the VIN number, like a picture of the RV, for God's sake. So anyway, just things to think about. But anyway, I digress. We are 3 weeks out. We are 3 weeks out. It is July 29th. We close on the 17th, which means we've got to have everything. And it's a whole different deal when you're selling a house and then everything in it, including the cars. It's a whole different deal because you're not just transferring from one house to another. That's easy. You just call a bunch of movers and come over and take care of it. That's not what we're doing. We're having to purge it all. So we're gonna have an estate sale. We're gonna try and we got a lot of furniture sold, but we're gonna have an estate sale. So, all right. Sorry, y'all. I had to pause the video. My boy has a friend over. They're playing. They're hopping upstairs really loudly, and just had to say, hey, give me a moment to finish up here. But and then I switched the camera mode to cinematic, so you got this blurred background thing going on. I'll tell you what, it's fancy stuff. Anyway, we got a long ways to go. We got a lot to learn about providing y'all some good, proper video content and putting it together properly. So, but we'll get better at it. But no, what I was saying is we have a whole lot to sell. A 3,400 square foot house worth of stuff. Fortunately, some of the items are spoken for. We've been given money for it, and we don't have to worry about getting it out. It's already going to be gone, but we still have the rest of it. And so yeah, I will tell you, it has been a stressful for me. It has been I've always known that buying or selling a house could be a very stressful event as a professional in the business of helping people do that. It is a stressful event, but it definitely ups the ante when you're doing it yourself and you realize that the market is steadily declining, and which is what our scenario is. And so, man, I have had some sleepless nights leading up to the point where we definitely, were able to negotiate terms from the option period. And, for anybody that's wondering why we wouldn't just keep the house, It is a larger than average home, so it's not a great rental home for the area we're in. We would probably barely break even on our rent versus our mortgage on this house, just given rental rates. And honestly, I don't want to have a renter in my home while we're going through a market downturn, because if they lose their job and therefore their ability to pay the rent, I'm on the hook for it, and I just don't want to deal with that right now. So I'd rather take the equity out. I have a financial business that I educate people on how to build and protect their wealth despite economic decline, so they don't have to lose sleep at night. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing with my money, and that's the kind of stuff I teach people about. So I'm going to practice what I preach and put my money to work. And so, yeah, this is just one step closer to hitting the road, living a life of adventure, discovery, making just phenomenal memories. I look forward to this so very much for what we're going to do for our family. I was literally telling a neighbor across the street over here, I said, one of the reasons I'm being called to do this, and I'm so blessed that my wife is 100% on board with this. I mean, you can't do something this drastic without everyone being on board. You just can't. But one of the things I say is, our kids, they look to us as an example of how to engage life. They absolutely do. Now, the example that my kids see from my wife and I, and we work from home and we do well, but it's not an 8-hour days of work. Sometimes Allison does, mine isn't. We're on video conferences here and there. It's kind of spotty, just depending on the timing. There are things that we're doing actively through the day, but as far as my kids know, I just spend time on a computer, right? They don't really see or experience the other skill sets that we have, Allison and I both have, that are beyond our work life, our income life. And so we want to be able to put ourselves in an environment where we're teaching how to engage life, how to be actively participating and fixing and working on and maintenancing and going out in nature and engaging nature and asking questions of nature and looking for answers. So we're talking about discovery learning, but also as a parent, being an example. And though we were very excited about the school my kids were at, which was not a public school, we're sad that we're not going to be with that program anymore. There's no better teacher for your kid than you, especially when you put them in an environment that's just chock full of rich learning opportunity. That's what I look forward to. In the most impressionable years of my kids' lives, we are going to be out and immersed in the United States and all the beauty and glory that it has to offer and the people that are out there. That is amazing. That I am so excited about that. And, that's just one aspect. There are so many, if I go down the pros and cons list, there's so many things. What I am...
Well, that's okay. Put your bag in the freezer. I'll look back and be like, what?
I'm doing a video.
Huh?
I'm doing a video.
You're doing the video?
Yep. So Allison walked in here. So she was downstairs working on purging the bathroom. A lot of her stuff in there, and I'll probably have included her video in this so that we're together and kind of back to back. But I'll also tell you this: there are things that I'm nervous while also being excited about. We got a huge trailer. Like, we really were not trying to go over 40 feet. Like 38 feet, that seemed about right. And I've never driven a trailer. Honestly, I mean, we had a boat. The trailer itself from tongue to tail was about 24 feet long with a 19-foot boat on it. Maybe less than 24, maybe 20, 21 feet. So to have a 44-foot trailer, 2 axles, and 16 feet hanging off from the back axle, that's a lot. And then a dually truck that goes with it with a big old fat butt on it, and trying to drive that thing, like even test driving one of those through a construction zone, I was holding my breath. And then I was imagining the idea of pulling a 44-foot trailer behind a big old fat butted truck in a construction zone with diesel trucks on one side. And, just that was nerve wracking. And I haven't even fully experienced it. Right. But obviously that's not going to stop us. We're excited to go ahead and accept that challenge, and we'll figure it out and learn as we go. But it's going to be a team effort, right? Like this lifestyle is, it's not you have to have the team. Like you got to have the family on board. You got to. I look forward to that. In our 3,400 square foot house, it's big and it's comfortable, and we can have some awesome gatherings here with people. But you know what? It's big, which means our family spreads out. I'm upstairs. I've got my kids downstairs. Now, obviously, I need a place to go and record and quiet, and that'll be tougher when we're in the RV. But you know what? We're going to be forced to be closer, to do life closer together, which means our kids are going to be watching us and how we engage life, and see how we interact. And then that's going to be how they take their cues. I look forward to our kids interacting with people at campgrounds. They're going to be forced to meet strangers all the time. And I think it's a healthy thing to be able to engage a stranger positively and just say, hey, how are you? And get to know them. And when you uproot and you go to the next place, you start over again. And that's a healthy thing for your kids, to be able to learn how to just interact and meet new people, make friends quickly, right? That's a healthy life skill. And I look forward to them building on that. There's so much. There's just so much. I love learning new things. As we go through the show and kind of reveal what life is like for us, because we have no clue what we're getting into. That's always the fun part, is like we literally don't know what we're doing here. And sure, we've got YouTube and a little bit of experience pulling a small trailer with a boat on it, but that's where it ends. Like we're not campers. We've never had a good tent camping story, and then we've only done it maybe a handful of times. We've never had a tent camping story where we're just like, man, that was awesome, we need to go do that again. Anytime we do anything that's beyond a hotel room, it's renting a cabin that's fully furnished and in some sort of park where the kids have plenty to do, right? Not just nature to go walk around in. So it's going to be completely different, but we look forward to it. I don't know if my kids know what they're getting into. So a lot of people ask right now, well, where are you going to go? What's the first place you're going to go to? And my answer is, I want to go north because we're in Texas and it's July and it's hot. I want to go north to get into cooler weather. So I was always thinking Colorado. However, I think I'd like to get up to South Dakota, maybe work our way down through Colorado, maybe go over to California. We got some family over in California, but California's got some awesome scenery and just cool stuff to check the box on visiting and seeing. And so just trying to hit that part of the United States before the end of the year, before it gets too cold, and then be back in Texas by wintertime. This could all change. There's plenty of variables that could be out of our control that we'll have to change, but yeah, I'll be back in Texas. Maybe do Thanksgiving in California with family, be in Texas for Christmas, and then the goal is to be in Florida for our business, our financial business. We have a major gathering in Florida. So try and book something out there so we can be in Florida for the wintertime in January, and then kind of reassess. That's the rough plan. And we are still learning about, booking sites and what sites are most appropriate for our rig. And I know I got to have a 50 amp hookup and at least a 60-foot long site, or maybe a little longer. Just little things that we're learning. So apparently there's a lot of apps out there that help, and we got to learn about that too. So, but no, we're excited. The four of us, the dog Charlie the traveling dog. I know he's gonna love it. You know, he's definitely gonna love it, because I know he's one of those dogs that needs to be more outdoors than indoors, but he also likes the comfortable life that we live. So he'll enjoy being outdoors and having that as a primary thing. So we look forward to the new schedule of life that we're going to have. It's just going to happen because it has to. I will probably personally be doing the majority of the homeschooling for the kids. The plan right now is, we'll wake up in the morning. Alice and I'll wake up before the kids. She and I'll exercise, maybe get some fresh air in the morning, take the dog for a walk, alternate on that. One person stay back with the kids. When the kids get up, have them do the same. Let's take a walk with them, and then we'll do our breakfast, whatever, then do our schoolwork. And effectively, we plan to do about 2, maybe 3 hours of schoolwork in the morning, be done by noon. The rest of the afternoon is theirs. If we're in a safe place, let them kind of roam around, play with other kids. If there's a swimming pool, swim. Beyond that, then I'll do my work in the afternoon and the evening, which is where most of my stuff happens. So, we'll be able to spend more time as a family together in this scenario than ever before. I love that. And my kids are going to grow up, at least live a portion of their life making memories that are so stinking unique, so different than there's so many other kids out there. They're going to learn to read maps. They're going to learn more about the capitals and the locations of states than even I know right now as a 42-year-old man, because they're going to be living it. Like I still have trouble remembering which state is where and bordered and whatever. But when you're driving through it and you're looking at it on a map as we're going to learn about it while we're there, they're just going to understand geography better, right? So very excited, really excited. I have more of a peace about this whole scenario now than ever before, especially in the last 24 hours with so many things falling in place. And the owner of the truck and trailer that she's driving it from California to us, that is so amazing. So we're so blessed to have that. And she's going to teach us how to set up the rig. She's actually going to stay with us. So be sure to check out the video where we'll probably have some filming of that, interaction, and our first reveal and seeing of the RV is going to be exciting. So, check it out. Just check that video out, and please like and subscribe, share with friends. If you know anybody who's either living the life or thinking about it or has a trailer or, just wants to see what it's like to just sell everything, not know what you're doing, sell it all, take a chance at life, to go live it and experience it, and just throw a little caution to the wind. Follow us, see what it looks like for us, and we'll bring it to you as authentically as we can, educationally, entertainment wise, just to show you what it looks like for us, right? And so with that, thank you for watching. Check us out on the next video.